Good.
So this offense you're preparing for, a lot of yards through the air, a lot of threats. I mean, how important is your job just to get to the quarterback this week?
Just like every week, it's very important for me to get a lot of pressure, and just the D-line as a whole to get a lot of pressure. It's not just me. It takes everybody out there.
And what specifically do they do that allows these guys to get open and have, Steck says the best tight end in the FCS?
They're just real good with their pass protection. They like to pull a lot, so they're very physical, but every team in our conference is physical, so it's just something we got to go at every week in practice and just get better at it.
Saturday's game was pretty crazy with that delay, but did you feel like the delay stopped some momentum for you guys at all?
I would say no, because we preach distraction control, so really we just, like Coach says, just put the ball down. Doesn't matter how long it takes, we're going to get the job done.
Do you feel like you guys have put together a full four-quarter effort on the defensive side yet?
Not yet, but we're working every week to get what we need to get corrected individually, and as a defense as a whole, we're working to correct that.
That 60-yard touchdown run on the receiver handoff, it's a play you guys stopped earlier in the game. I mean, how frustrating is it that you guys knew the play and you just missed stopping it again?
It's very frustrating to give up any type of yards. If it's 5, 10, 1 yard, it's very frustrating to give up any yards. So, very frustrating.
You went a few weeks without a sack, and you just got 2 this past game. Have teams just been double teaming you, or how has this season been compared to last few seasons?
I would say about the same as my junior year. They like to pull running backs and then tight ends as well, slide to my side, but it's no excuse not to get the job done, so it's no excuse.
Do you like that kind of attention when they're putting more into game planning you and maybe opening stuff up for others?
Honestly, I don't pay attention to it because I'm worried about our defense and not me.
Last week Steck was talking about how you guys had a Sunday practice that was really intense. What's the right level of intensity for a practice for you guys to get, exactly what you want out of it?
Just working hard, just like any other normal practice. The coaches held us to a standard of always just working hard, so just working hard, honestly.
Is that your leadership style? Are you more of a vocal guy? How do you challenge yourself and your teammates week to week?
I wouldn't say I'm the most vocal guy. I like to lead by example. Like Skyler, Hulse, and I, we get to the front of the line no matter what it is, whatever the drill is, and that's, I feel like, how we lead the best. We don't really – we might challenge D linemen here and there, but we're not too vocal with it. We just lead by example.
What is the general attitude on the defensive side? How has it developed and changed in your several years here?
I would say guys are just more passionate from being my freshman year to now. It's just – you can see guys are just way more passionate about it.
Cool.
Well, how much have you seen on the Jackrabbits so far, and what are you anticipating for Saturday?
I've been watching film a majority of today. They like to run the ball, but obviously they do have a lot of threats in the passing game, so that will be a big thing for the D-line to get pressure, and obviously the secondary to cover. But they're very physical up front. That'll be a challenge for us coming up as far as the D-line's concerned, but we'll get after them for sure.
What did you and I do well last week maybe to get after them?
From watching film, from what I could tell, I don't know if it came from special teams, but they were up 17-0 on them in the first quarter, and especially when you're playing a team like that at their place and you can quiet that, that kind of aura that they give themselves. That's a big momentum swing into your favor. And UNI is a great team. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, that's a big deal when you can come out firing like that on all cylinders. But turnovers were a big key to why they had so much success.
You just talked about the league you play in. It seems like some teams are up some weeks, some teams are down, but everybody's real good.
Yeah, anybody could beat anybody on any given week. I honestly think that this. A lot of people like to say this is the SEC of the FCS as far as our league is concerned. And I believe that. I mean, we have, I think, 6 teams in the top 10 or something ridiculous like that. But, I mean, you got to love it just playing that competition every week. It could be a nail-biter at any time, or, some team that maybe isn't ranked can squeak by. You never know what to expect in our conference, but you always can see great competition regardless.
What does it take, and what would it look like for this defense to really finish off a team 4 full quarters?
The defense definitely has to put together a much better performance in all 4 quarters. We have struggled coming out of halftime and letting up big drives or big plays right out the gate, and I think that could be changed from 1 or 2 misassignments or a missed call from 1 or 2 guys. It's just small things like that that keep us from pushing teams over the edge that we can get corrected and we will fix for sure.
Set.